In a lot of games, the story sets your role from the very beginning. You are told who you are and what you are meant to do. And the game expects you to follow these rules. For example, in Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, your fairy companion constantly reminds you about your role in this world. You are a chosen hero destined to save the Kingdom of Hyrule. Or in Assassin's Creed 2, you play as Ezio Auditore. The developer wants Ezio to kill his targets, and if you start killing civilians, the game actually punishes you with desynchronization. In most games, the developer puts in dialogues or visual hints like yellow paint to point the players in a particular direction. However, today I want to talk about two amazing games where the developer specifically wanted the players to ignore or even go against the instructions. A quick warning, my video contains spoilers for Valkyrie Profile, Lenneth and Stanley Parable. In Stanley Parable, you are an office worker and one day your computer screen goes blank, so you go outside the room to find out what is wrong. The narrator tries to tell you what to do next, but the real fun is to do things your way. Unlike in most games, which push you to follow the story, you are encouraged to try new things and explore every corner of the game. Each time you disobey the narrator instructions, you are rewarded with an interesting outcome. You can end up anywhere: a peaceful countryside, a stunning night sky, or a testing room where you can kill babies. Meanwhile, the narrator reacts to your decisions. Just like a real person, he can be frustrated, sarcastic, or desperate about your actions, making the game feel alive.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Sometimes the game even breaks the fourth wall. It references other famous games and even acknowledges that Stanley is being controlled by a real person.
Did I just see? No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
The developer of the game, David Ridden, realized that when you design a game around how players might break it rather than keeping them tightly restricted, people appreciate it. Rewarding a player's curiosity instead of punishing it makes games feel more engaging and memorable. I love this game because it's not afraid to be morally inappropriate, try new weird ideas, and just focus on being fun. But what if the game doesn't immediately encourage you to go against its rules? Valkyrie Profile, Lenneth takes a unique approach. You slowly discover that you can't deny your fate by connecting story pieces together. You play as Lenneth, a Valkyrie serving Odin, the leader of all gods. Your duty is to collect human souls, recruit them as your warriors, and send them to the war. Do as Odin says and get great rewards. At first glance, disobedience doesn't seem to give you anything at all, and why would you betray your own kind? But if you follow through all the instructions of Odin, after credit rolls, you would notice a mysterious message. When the tightly sealed door of the heart are touched by the sadness and pain of man, they do sometimes creak and moan in protestation. Are you on the inside of that door or on the outside. I wish that a leader of fate would one day come open up the door. Nothing is over yet. This message leads us to the idea that we missed something important in the game. In fact, the true ending of Valkyrie Profile is locked behind this sealed door. To unlock the door, we need Lenneth, the only character in the game that has a stat called Seal Value. So, what does this stat even mean? It goes up when Lenneth obeys orders of gods, and goes down if she does something to upset them, and it drops the most whenever Lenneth attempts to remember her past. For example, when Lenneth talks to Lucien, who saw a striking resemblance between Lenneth and his childhood friend, or when Lenneth talks to Bram, who calls her a puppet manipulated by Odin. Words of other people make Lenneth question gods, question everything she believed in. In truth, seal value shows how well her memories are sealed and how much trust Lenneth still has in gods. When the seal is shattered and her trust is destroyed, Lenneth is finally free to carve her own path into the future. I really liked seal value game mechanic that directly ties into the story. As the story goes on and the seal on our memories breaks, we are finally able to see the full picture and reject the fate the gods try to force upon us. Even the logo of the game hints at it, should deny the divine destiny of the destinies. Yoshiharu Gatanda, director of the game himself, said that this risky method of the storytelling was a gamble, and he strongly believed that the fun comes from figuring everything out on your own. In my opinion, such innovative and bold game designs is exactly what makes this game so memorable. Stanley Parable and Valkyrie Profile are truly outliers of the game industry. Stanley Parable encourages you to break rules right away, while Valkyrie Profile is more like a puzzle, slowly revealing its secrets if you pay attention to the details. In both cases, the developers considered what would happen if players didn't follow instructions, and instead of punishing that behavior, they rewarded with different interesting outcomes. I believe it is important to see things from the player's point of view. That kind of thinking makes games unique and engaging. These are the kind of games we remember for years with a sense of warmth and nostalgia. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. By the way, I also have some rules for you, my dear viewer. First, you can't play these wonderful games I mentioned. Second, you are prohibited from voicing your opinion about this video. And the third, you are not allowed to follow me on YouTube or Twitter. Bye bye!